Welcome to the commencement exercises for the class of 2021 of Marymount School of New York. In a moment, our graduates will step off the altar to process through the church, followed by upper school faculty and trustees. Out of respect for the graduates and the ceremony, we ask at this time that you turn off or silence cell phones or any electronic devices that make sounds, even when you take pictures. During commencement, please refrain from flash photography and from raising devices into the air to take photos. Also, we ask that you not stand or move into the center aisle as the graduates process in and out of the church. A professional photographer will take photos throughout the entire program. We are so grateful for your reverence, joy, and support on this special day. When the organ intones Pomp and Circumstance, the graduates will begin the procession around the church and up the center aisle. You may remain seated. Class of 2021, please stand.
In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Loving God, we gather here today with our families and teachers to celebrate the Marymount class of 2021. Thank you for the opportunity to be together in the same space and reflect on all of our many accomplishments. As we go into the next chapter of our lives, bless us with the ability to cherish the amazing memories we have made, continue learning about ourselves and the world, and feel your support as we take on this new chapter. Amen.
Mrs. Rossler, Mrs. Alivar, Ms. King, distinguished trustees, faculty, staff and administration, honored guests and graduates, on behalf of my class, I am honored to welcome you to the commencement ceremony of Marymount's class of 2021. On this historic day, after enduring a year where being apart was the only way to ensure safety, today we are together. Today, we can truly celebrate our class. I feel immense gratitude to all the people who helped the class of 2021 along the way. Thank you to our parents who have given us the opportunity to receive this incredible education. Thank you to our teachers who have taught us not only to think critically, be curious, and ask challenging questions, but also to be compassionate people who want to make a positive difference in the world. We love all of you. Above all, thank you to my fellow classmates. The most important aspect of Marymount is not the ornate buildings, but the community built within those marble walls. And our class has molded into a community of collaborative leaders. Together, we worked to win championships, travel the world, create publications, and lead summits. Academically, we have created a supportive environment. Whether it was needing help solving a calculus problem or brainstorming ideas for an English essay, our class group chats and study sessions were always there to lend a helping hand. Furthermore, we have also worked together to persevere through challenges. In the absence of a traditional senior year, our resilience has become the hallmark of our class and allowed us to shine. Whether uniting to win the upper school Halloween costume competition after 3 years of consecutive losses, reimagining our clubs in a virtual format, or remaining determined to belt every lyric to the song Shallow in our lunchroom, despite never receiving formal training, we never give up. Each member of this class has nurtured their unique point of view during our time at Marymount, and I implore you all to use this perspective. Go out in the world using this education, this voice, to fight injustice, to revolutionize medicine, to build a better future. I am so excited to see what our class will accomplish, as I'm so proud and privileged to be part of this community of 62 graduates. In the words of A.A. Milne, how lucky am I to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. Though it is never truly goodbye, as we forever will share this bond as the Marymount class of 2021. Thank you.
Mrs. Rustler, Mrs. Alvar, Miss King, distinguished trustees, faculty, staff, and administration, honored guests, and graduates, welcome. It is an honor to stand before you. Thank you for gathering today to celebrate the class of 2021. When I first walked into Marymount for 5th grade orientation, I was a gangly 5th grader, dressed in swim trunks and a pajama shirt. My clothes had somehow not survived the move from Hong Kong. I was terrified to meet my new classmates. Surrounded by a mass of giddy girls, bonded by years of wearing light blue skirts, I had no idea how to fit in. Granted, I was still in my phase of desperately trying to become the embodiment of Annabeth from Percy Jackson, which wasn't exactly conducive to being a cool girl or building middle school friendships. But 3 years later, at the 8th grade retreat, I still hadn't completely found my place among my classmates. When we received candles labeled with attributes we had demonstrated, my classmates' candles read that they lit up the world with resilience, cheerfulness, insight, and loyalty. Mine read that I lit up the world with my vibrant individuality. What a compliment. Looking back, I can see that my teachers recognized an intrinsic positive part of my personality that I had yet to accept. However, in my state of middle school insecurity, I feared that my self-assured, exuberant personality somehow singled me out and separated me from the crowd. I wondered, was my individuality a flaw? As we moved into high school, I saw my classmates beginning to meaningfully accept their differences. In a classroom setting, teachers encouraged us to share insights and points of view, colored by our backgrounds and our life experiences. Suddenly, my thoughts, opinions, and booming voice were validated. We began to develop a knowledge of self, both academically and spiritually. Day by day, our grade grew in maturity and intelligence. At times, it felt difficult to reconcile our differences and come together as a cohesive whole. Nonetheless, our class found moments of stunning unity, sitting together to support our classmates at the MPACT presentations, protesting gun violence together, sharing gratitude for our classmates at retreat, and dancing in a circle at prom. Despite the wide range of personality, humor, and beliefs, we came together during a historically isolating year. During senior week, the faculty and staff found ways for the senior class to share meaningful final moments together. Bonds were rediscovered, heavy conversations were hashed out, and new connections blossomed. Some of my classmates shared their insecurities and doubts, leaning on their classmates. During the final moments of the senior retreat, we sat in a circle and expressed gratitude for the people in our class who had touched us in some way. As we went around the circle, I was overwhelmed by a sense of belonging. Somehow, as years passed and new girls joined our grade, that mass of giddy, bow-clad 5th graders had somehow evolved into a vibrant group of unique young women with whom I felt comfortable. Now, I understand the message that the UMS teachers were trying to send me in 2017 when they presented me with my candle. Being unafraid to share your point of view or express yourself, however you choose, isn't a failing or shortcoming. Years of active listening, well-moderated class discussions and debates, and truthful conversations prove to me that our fierce, unapologetic individualism is our greatest strength. Now, more than ever, the world needs these women who are unafraid to share their voices, their stories, and their gifts. It is my greatest hope that as we all leave Marymount, every girl in the class of 2021 will share her resilience, her courage, her insight, and her cheerfulness with those around her, lighting up the world with her vibrant individuality. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Tennis great Billie Jean King won 39 Grand Slam titles during her career. She defeated Bobby Riggs in one of the greatest moments in sports history, the Battle of the Sexes on September 20th, 1973. She is the founder of the Billie Jean King Leadership Initiative, founder of the Women's Tennis Association, and the Women's Sports Foundation, and is part of the ownership group of the Los Angeles Dodgers, Los Angeles Sparks, and Angel City Football Club. The National Tennis Center, home of the U.S. Open, was renamed the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center in 2006, in honor of her accomplishments on and off the court.
She has created a culture inside and outside of sports that supports equity and women's empowerment. She was named one of the 100 most important Americans of the 20th century by Life magazine, and is a 2009 recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom. King serves on the board of the Women's Sports Foundation and is an Adidas Global Ambassador, and is a past member of the board of the Elton John AIDS Foundation. In 2020, King was honored with the release of the Billie Jean King Barbie doll, part of Mattel's Inspiring Women series. Her forthcoming memoir, All In, an autobiography, will be published by Knopf in August 2021.
Marymount Prepare seeks to educate young women prepared to challenge, shape, and change the world. In Miss King, we see an inspirational leader whose life's work aligns so profoundly with our own mission and values. As a tennis champion and social activist, Billie Jean King lives her life according to the principles of equality, empowerment, and access, which are values held sacred by her school as well. We are proud to introduce Billie Jean King, an influential visionary who is both highly respected and strikingly innovative, whose legacy is ever evolving.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Am I supposed to not touch this? Anyway. Thank you. That was an amazing introduction. I want to thank Grace and Dakota and Mia for that inspiration to have my whole life flash in front of me. No, it was thorough. I think that's the best introduction I've ever had, actually. I'm not kidding. So I want to thank you. You did your homework. I want to thank Marymount School of New York. I hope you all know what a privilege it is to attend this school. You're leaving now, but I know you're going to think about it a lot as you go through your life. I want to thank Headmistress Concepcion Navar. Sabra, good. Yeah, let's go. Let's just have fun today. Come on. Sabra McKenzie Hamilton, who's the head of the upper school. Thank you so much. To Kathy Callender for all the work you've done here at Marymount, and thank you for helping me. I also want to salute the faculty and the staff for your contributions and your leadership to help the class of 2021. And I want to thank the Board of Trustees for inviting me here today, because it is a privilege to be with all of you. I really appreciate it. Most importantly, though, I want to congratulate the families and all the graduates of the class of 2021. Today is your day, for sure. Listening to the speakers before me just brought back, a lot of memories I was thinking about before I got here. And for some reason, I went back to 5th grade. I know it's a little earlier. I was in 5th grade in Mrs. Delph's class. And I remember coming home and my parents saying, Billie Jean. Well, when they say Billie Jean, I'm toast. I am in big trouble. They said, your Mrs. Delph called and you are not going to pass reading if you don't give an oral book report. I said, I can't do that. My parents said, oh, you will do it. And I said, oh, no, I can't do it. I can't get out in front of the class. I can't do it. So I cried all night. They kept coming into my bedroom every so often to tell me, it's okay, you'll get through it. So finally, go to school with my little index cards. I don't remember anything except the speech was on Peter Stuyvesant. That I do remember. And I remember getting up there and my heart was just pounding. And my stomach was just hurting and my knees were knocking. And I was like, I'll never get through this. So I got through it and I got back to my desk. And then Mrs. Delph says, well, that wasn't so bad, was it? And I went, it was terrible. I felt terrible. But thanks to 4 teachers in my life who helped give me confidence, Mrs. Hunter in 3rd, Mr. Bramrick in 6th, Mr. May in 9th, and Mrs. Johnson in 12th, changed my whole life, they influenced me. And of course, I think about high school. I went to a huge school, co-ed. We had 3,600 kids. I'm looking 62. Here we go. This has been amazing today. So I just remember, though, when I'd go to school every day, just before we'd enter the school, up above, would read, enter to learn, go forth to serve. Enter to learn, go forth to serve. And I would absorb that every single day I went to school. I just loved it. I kept looking at it and thinking about it. So anyway, it meant a lot to me, and I think it's helped me through my whole entire life to think about that, to learn and to serve. And that's what I've heard today and what I'm thinking about these young people who are going to help change the world. You've been through a lot the last couple of years, everyone has. And I know you've become experts in pivoting, right? I've heard about this pivoting. Well, pivoting in sports, there's a lot of that. I'm sure you didn't think your senior year was going to be like this when things started, but you've made it work. You've made it work. I always think about champions adjust and pressures a privilege, and that's you did. You took on it's a privilege to have pressure, but you also adapted, you adjusted, you're resilient. That's great. And in this class of 2021, we have lifers. Who are those? Who are lifers here? Do you have any lifers? Oh, so sweet. Nursery school, all the way up. That's great. How about survivors? How about survivors? Any of you survived like elementary school? Okay, oh my gosh, that's great. Anyway, well done. And to all of the rest of you, it's great. What's really important about all of you is you're all influencers. Every single person's an influencer. And I don't think you realize this sometimes. People don't realize it. Everyone's an influencer. It's so important that you realize that because it's going to serve you well as you go through the next chapters of your journey. The late Coretta Scott King once said, "Struggle is a never-ending process. Freedom is never really won. You earn it and win it in every generation." Today, it's time for your generation to win, lead, and shape the future. As women, you will face new challenges and opportunities, but whatever you do, you won't do it alone. For the first time, we have a woman of color as our vice president. Your generation may be the first generation of women to see equal pay for equal work in your professional lifetime. Equal pay for equal work should not be a dream. It should be one of the freedom cries for your generation. Ed Willard, a former CEO of DuPont, and he's been a great friend and mentor to me, and I have identified 3 common traits of people we think have both inner, and outer success. They don't necessarily have to be in this order, but this is the order I like, so here we go. Number 1, relationships are everything. Relationships are everything. Relationships with your family, your friends, your faith, and your relationship with yourself is the most important. I'm here today because of the Campbell family, a relationship, to be here. They've been wonderful to me through the years, and it's a privilege for me to be here and to see their daughter, Mia, graduate. Number 2, never stop learning and never stop learning how to learn. Never stop learning and never stop learning how to learn. And number 3, be a problem solver and an innovator. Be a problem solver and an innovator. And the most important thing is to be your authentic self, which you did talk about that. Take care of yourself emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And to use a phrase that is so very important to all of you, we do these things so all may have life. All may have life. It is not what you get out of life. It is what you give to life. So make sure you show up, you stand up, and you speak up. So congratulations to the class of 2021. I want you to just keep going for it. Congratulations.
Marymount School is accredited by the New York State Association of Independent Schools, is incorporated with the Regents of the University of the State of New York, and holds membership in the National Association of Independent Schools. Marymount School grants diplomas to the following: Isabella Grace Acera, Alina I. Grace Elizabeth Ansey. Nazareth Axum Joy Batiste. Stella Catherine May Breen. Julia Ann Bonomo. Mia Alexandra Lee Campbell. Charlotte Ann Carbonetti. Catherine Grace Cassidy. Grace Olivia Clark. Grace Schulte Clayton. Paula Dammert Duenas. Danielle Luna de Haviland. Isabella Louisa Diminich. Brianna Bridget Doheny. Montgomery Essex. Grace McKenna Fitzsimmons. Lila Blanche Fremont Smith. Elizabeth Good Gramley. Marguerite Mary Green. Catherine Marie Guastella. Sophia Victoria Gutierrez Boker. Catherine Jean Hall. Violet Hargraves Hall. Chloe Bridget Hampel Forcier. Mary Elizabeth Hayes. Lauren Heskin. Grace Victoria Hoover. Waverly Nicole Johnson. Danielle Grace Jones. Ava Rennie Lucille Lang. Catherine Sheila, oh, excuse me. Okay. Catherine Sheila Lapola. Sohi Sophia Lee. Julia Harmon Madsen. Zena Aisha Mahbub. Nicole Francis Moran. Kennedy Vecchio Munns. Michaela Rose Murphy. Grace Lorraine Murray. Megan Elizabeth Murray. Bryn Rondi Norquist. Francesca May Tian O'Brien. Elena Oler. Isabel Maria Ostergaard. Maria Salinas Patterson. Mia Daniela Kwansoon. Liliana Marie Raffanelli Gonzalez. Anya Karina Reichelsdorfer. Rebecca Richter. Pietra Natalia Sablik. Paloma Serrano Ortega. Lindsay Page Shacknow. Colleen Mary Sinnott. Alexandra Redding Slabakis. Corrigan Mary Smith. Sana Isra Sondi. Camila Marie Toro Orozco. Kate Reagan Unrath. Alexandra Elizabeth Van Benscoten. Michaela Margaret Walsh. Eleanor Kendall Weber. Dakota Rose Barrage. And now, with great pride, we present to you the graduates of the class of 2021. The graduates of the class of 2021 will attend the following colleges and universities. Please hold your applause until the very end so that each school can be heard. Thank you. American University, Bard College, Bates College, Binghamton University, Boston College, Boston University, Brigham Young University, Carnegie Mellon University, Case Western Reserve University, Claremont McKenna College, Colby College, Colgate University, College of the Holy Cross, College of William and Mary, Connecticut College, Emerson College, Fairfield University, Fordham University, Georgetown University, IE University, Madrid, Spain, Lafayette College, Lehigh University, Loyola University, Maryland, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, New York University, Northeastern University, Northwestern University, Pennsylvania State University, School of Visual Arts, Southern Methodist University, Tulane University, University of California, Los Angeles, University of Pennsylvania, University of Rochester, University of St. Andrews, University of Vermont, University of Virginia, United States Military Academy, West Point, Villanova University, Wake Forest University, Wheaton College. Now feel free to offer a round of applause.
The 2021 Sister Antoine Campbell Award. In 1978, the Marymount School Alumni Association established the Sister Antoine Campbell Award to honor a beloved teacher, Sister Antoine Campbell, commemorating her years of service as a religious of the Sacred Heart of Mary. Sister Antoine Campbell, who died in 1998, first came to Marymount in 1929, just 3 years after the school was founded. And she spent more than 30 years as a teacher, headmistress, and alumni liaison. The alumni honor her each year by giving an award to a graduating senior who exemplifies the special qualities of the heart and mind that Sister Antoine brought to the school. This award is given to the graduate who, through her generosity of spirit, kindness, and openness to others, fostered a sense of community in her class and in the school, and demonstrated a true concern for the entire human family. It is my great pleasure to present the Sister Antoine Campbell Award to 2 seniors. Please hold your applause until I say both names so that both names can be heard. Julia Madsen and Montgomery Essex. The 2021 Sister Kathleen Fagan Leadership Award. Marymount School was irrevocably changed by the extraordinary vision and bold leadership of former headmistress, Sister Kathleen Fagan. Throughout her 28 years as leader of our school, Sister Kathleen retained a strong commitment to academic excellence, student leadership, and to service in and out of the classroom. Sister Kathleen guided the school through years of growth bringing it to financial stability and implementing long-range improvements, including a rooftop gymnasium, the state-of-the-art science and technology facilities, and finally, the award-winning middle school building, which now bears her name. Sister Kathleen holds the esteemed title Trustee Emerita and continues to inspire generations of alumni to preserve the Marymount legacy. The Sister Kathleen Fagan Leadership Award is presented to a graduate who has the strength and ambition to work fearlessly toward her goals, who is creative, who is a divergent thinker, and one who communicates her values in powerful ways, and who seizes the moment to lead others toward worthy causes. The Sister Kathleen Fagan Leadership Award is presented to 2 seniors. Again, please hold your applause until you hear the last 2 names. Brianna Doheny and Pietra Sablek.
My name is Vincent Camisa, and I'm here on behalf of the United States Military Academy at West Point. At this point, I'd like to thank Kennedy's parents for molding her into a woman of courage, character, and accomplishment. She will be a future leader, and she will have to change the world. I'd like to thank the school, her friends, the administrators, teachers who have helped make her a woman of accomplishment, and she truly is. West Point's mission is to train, inspire the Corps cadets so that each graduate is a commissioned leader of character, committed to the values of duty, honor, country, and prepared for a career of professional excellence and service to the nation as an officer in the Army. The destinies of our sons and daughters will be in your hands. Isaiah chapter 6, verse 8, whom shall I send and who will go before me? Here I am, send me. John F. Kennedy stated in his commencement speech at West Point in 1962. When I look around, I realize that not too many people were around at that time. But your military responsibilities will require versatility and adaptability never before required in war or peace. They'll involve the command of more traditional forces, but in less traditional roles. The non-military problems that you will face will be most demanding. They'll be diplomatic, political, and economic, and maybe all wrapped up in one. You'll serve as advisors to foreign governments. You'll have to understand the foreign policy of our country and the foreign policy of other countries, some of whom did not even exist 20 years ago. You'll have to give orders in different tongues, make economic judgments that PhD economists would hesitate to make. But you will have one satisfaction, however difficult your days may be, when you're asked by the President of the United States or a citizen of our great country what you are doing for your country. No one's answer will be clearer than your own. Upon graduation, you'll become a member of the noblest profession in the world, an officer in the United States Army. When you eventually leave the Army, you're going to have to be a leader in the government and corporate world. So, whom shall I send? Kennedy Munn said, here I am, send me. So on behalf of the President of the United States, it gives me great pleasure to present to Kennedy Munns the certificate of appointment to the United States Military Academy, class of 2025. There you go. Thank you.
Loving God, we have gathered here today to celebrate the many gifts you have bestowed on the class of 2021. You have blessed each of us with countless talents, which have allowed us to overcome the challenges presented to us and to achieve more than we could have ever hoped for. Although many different paths await us, we know you have prepared us for all that lies ahead. As we step out of the church, let us remember all we have shared and how much we have grown. Let us celebrate who we have become, a group of talented, confident, and driven individuals prepared to share their myriad gifts and, of course, to challenge, shape, and change the world. Amen.
There are a few practical announcements I want to make to ensure a safe and guided exit from the church today. Graduates will recess from the altar and meet their families in their pews. At that time, all families who are seated in the front center pews to my right will be directed to exit their pews row by row from back to front through the 83rd Street exit onto Park Avenue. All families who are seated in the back center pews to my right will be directed to exit their pews row by row from back to front through the center main exit onto Park Avenue. All families who are seated in the front center pews to my left will be directed to exit their pews row by row, front to back through the side exit here on 84th Street. And all families who are seated in the back center pews to my left will be directed to exit their pews row by row, back to front through the 84th Street exit onto Park Avenue. Now this depends on the rain a little bit. I hear it's starting a little bit, so just be aware. And please note that our faculty, who will recess out of the church first, will be lined up on 84th Street to wave and cheer our graduates as you leave. Please do not cross over or congregate outside the church after commencement today. In addition, we cannot safely allow photographs to be taken in the church after the ceremony. However, many graduates signed up to have their family photos taken by our professional photographer at Marymount. All families who would like to have their photo taken are welcome to do so directly after the recessional. Families will be photographed in the order in which they arrive. We have all worked to ensure this has been a safe and joyful celebration, and we thank you for your tremendous patience, support, and cooperation.